That's it, guys. It is indeed that time of the week to chat some cars. And our two favorite car guys from overdrivetv.co.za are back with us to bring us the latest in the motoring world. And this morning, it's all about the brand new Suzuki Kizashi. And we have a very special update for you 4x4 fanatics out there. So stay tuned. Gav and Chiro, good morning. Welcome back to Expresso.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Morning, Ewan.
Hey. Belated New Year to all of our viewers.
Thank you very much. Tell me first, do you guys suffer from frigotridescophobia?
Is that a fear of big words?
That's a fear of Friday the 13th. I'm more with the Spanish. I don't like Tuesdays. So I'm going to go with the Tuesday the 13th thing I can relate to.
I can relate to Tuesdays as well. It kind of hangs in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't really have a purpose, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway,
exactly. No matter what happens, it's still Friday.
So we're not talking about days, we're talking about cars. Very interesting. The Suzuki, brand new car, big sedan, I believe.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Suzuki, they're a small car specialist, right? They make what I think is probably one of the best small cars on the road, the Swift.
If not the best,
No, we both love it. And the Jimny, which is about the size of an aeroplane bathroom, but it's like it's a giant killer off-road. It honestly is.
It's phenomenal.
So for the company to launch a big car like this, quite a bold move for them, and you get the feeling that they held back until they knew they could nail it. And I think they have. It's called the Kizashi, and to give you an idea of how big it is, about the size of a Volkswagen Jetta, which we've spoken about before, or a Honda Accord. But yeah, great name.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what, when I read it the first time yesterday, it took me literally like a good couple of seconds to just like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Kizashi, I mean, for me it sounds like a Yakuza assassin who's been directly sent to kill the Honda Accord. So, yeah, and what they've done is they've fitted a 2.4-litre petrol engine. It's a 4-cylinder, but for some reason it feels like a very powerful V6. It's a phenomenal engine, and it just keeps revving and revving and revving. Yeah. I mean, in third gear, you just don't run out of revs, don't run out of grunt. It's truly an exceptional engine. I really enjoyed it.
A lot of fun to drive. The test car we've got is riding on these huge 18-inch sport tires. And my favourite road to test cars on, between Camps Bay and Hout Bay, the coastal road.
You know,
unofficial test track, one of them.
Didn't even get close to stressing the tyres out. And yeah, no, very, very good. Good car on the road. It's almost like a sports car. You can think of it as like a 4-door sports car.
Yeah, it really is impressive. And the interior, also, you get so much value for money. The interior is full of leather. It's got all your controls on the steering wheel. It's got all your automatic climate control. It's got a magnificent onboard computer. It's got park distance control. So it's really got everything everything you'd expect from a mid-sized luxury saloon, and it's priced competitively.
Yeah, it's hard to see a downside, Ewan, because unless you're the sort of person who's very worried about what the badge is on the car, this is just good 4-door fast Japanese saloon, and you're going to get it for about $295.
And also, you're not going to be
$295,
yeah. And you're not going to be like everyone else who's bought an A4 or a Jetta or even a Honda Accord. In fact, you'll be the only person in your town with a Kizashi, possibly the only person in your province who has a Kizashi. You won't see lots of them.
That rarity factor.
Yeah, and I think what they've done is Suzuki is trying to make the car really functional, and they haven't gone mad with it, because the concept car of this Chiro was telling me was absolutely daft. It was really out there. So they toned it back. They thought, let's just make the car well, get into this market, and then later on down the road we can start adding a bit of Suzuki quirk to it. But it's just a solidly built, well-made,
that's fantastic, and I can't believe the price. Wow, okay, cool.
It's unbelievable.
You guys have a very exclusive update for us.
An Expresso exclusive.
Yeah. So I got a call from Jeep, and they said, look, we've got a scoop, we want to give it to you. Yeah. And this is for your 4x4 enthusiasts out there. I know you're quite an off-road friendly yourself.
Yeah.
So the Wrangler, great car, iconic car for the Jeep brand especially, but kind of got a reputation for being a little bit sluggish. So Jeep listened to their customers, and they've thrown in a mad engine.
They went too far.
So what engine are we talking?
So new 3.6-litre V6 kicks out the old 3.8, but it's got 40% more power. So you're now looking at 210 kilowatts.
Smaller engine, bigger power.
140. I know.
And it uses less fuel.
And uses less fuel.
I always wonder why they don't just do that in the first place, but obviously it's been a few years of development that's led to this,
So it's like this car is almost like a sort of a 4x4 convertible, because it's got this weird roof.
Yeah, I mean, Americans, they don't call it a roof, they call it a freedom panel. Because
panel.
Everything in America is a freedom something. So to take the roof off, you have to remove the freedom panels, which are all over the top, so you can clip them each off individually.
So they come off in sections.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not recommended while moving.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I've actually had a bad experience with the Jeep roof. But actually, I was driving on the highway, not in this Jeep. I must just tell everyone from Jeep Chrysler, if they are watching, and the whole roof decided to come off. It's alarming to look back in the fast lane now over your shoulder and see the roof sliding upside down, following you. Yeah, anyway, but that won't happen with this roof. It looks like it's really well clipped in there. But the one thing with this car, I think it's a lot like the Land Rover Defender in that off-road it will be magnificent, but just around these narrow Cape Town streets and that, it's a wide car, and you really have to be involved in what you're doing. The steering isn't direct. You know, it's got a turning circle of Neptune around the sun. So yeah, it's a bit tricky to drive around town. But I mean, we would love to get an opportunity to take it off road where it'll really come into its own.
We just didn't have time, unfortunately. But we wanted to get it out there as soon as possible.
But as Chiro said, it is like a dragster Wrangler GTI, I think. Yeah,
it's mad. You put your foot down.
So when will the news actually be released?
Today.
Today only.
Later on today.
Yeah.
So our Expresso viewers are literally the first ones to know about this.
There we go.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, I was very pleasantly surprised at the price, the same as I was with the Grand Cherokee we tested a while back.
It's a lot of car, and exactly like Gav was saying, it's good. It's very good value for money. You get a lot of car for your money. The normal Wrangler that you're used to, the sort of two-door one, 369,000. The stretchy four-door, which we've been driving, which is massive, is 394. So
that's not bad. It's not bad at all, and you get a lot for it, and it's an iconic car, great off-road.
Guys, thank you so much, man. Very nice to have you back on Expresso.
Wonderful to be back.
Good to be here.
Man, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys soon. So there we go, exclusive update from our car guys, Gav and Chiro. Of course, if you want more exclusive updates like these and news on latest cars, you can follow them on Twitter at overdrivetv.co.za. Go check that out. Right now, over to the rest of the team.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.